Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy.
At what point did you start like YouTube and getting into this?
So I used to watch a lot of it. I used to watch a lot of Twitch and YouTube, FIFA stuff.
Yeah.
Mainly before just watching, but then I got into Twitch, but there was no really UK streamers that streamed at night. There's a guy who's called, back in the day, Gibby Gibson used to stream on Twitch, and then...
Is he that... Because usually there's one person that everyone can attribute their journey of starting point to.
He was like a UK streamer that used to stream at night. He was like chill. And then there's an American guy called Sean Elite. He was American and he streamed that time of night. There weren't really many English speaking streamers. So I thought, well, you know what? Like, I'll just, and it was purely for fun. My intention was to go straight back to work. When I come out, I paid my debts off. I I tried to sort my family out. I sorted out what I needed to get done.
Brilliant.
Put money aside. To be fair, I even gave a wedge to my dad, just to him to look after for me, which he suggested. But it was a good idea. I mean, it did help. Yeah. But a lot of it did get blown. I wouldn't bullshit you. A lot of it did get blown. But the money that needed to be spent on, I bought my setup and everything, and that was after, because I enjoyed it. I did it for a week just doing it. I had probably started with like 20, 30 views, which is a lot.
That's really good for
I'd always try and say to people, to start with, to have that is, I would definitely never be in the position now without being broke. 100%, I know that, and people, I absolutely 100% know that. But I think to then continue to build knowledge, you do have to have some level of being at least entertaining to keep people
and drive,
to keep people interested. So I did it for a bit. This was at the end of FIFA 15, I believe. So I remember I packed like the special Rooney, like a blue Rooney at the end of FIFA 15. So on FIFA 16, I thought, right, I'll get a setup and I'll just do it on the side, because I asked work to go back part-time and they said no. And I thought, right, okay, well, I'm going to quit.
Commit to it, the silver lining.
I thought, you know what? I thought, I'm not going to do it necessarily just to make money, but I thought I could probably do it enough to sustain, to pay bills and stuff. And I've got money. I had money aside, so I knew I could at least, for a few months, I knew I'd be okay. Probably even longer than that, I knew I'd be fine. And I thought, let's just take a gamble on it and see what it does. So they rang me back the next day and said, oh yeah, you can come back part-time. And I just said, nah, you know what? You've made the decision for me. Because I had all intention of going back. So did it kind of like, I would say for, I mean, I've got to look at now, I've done it for like 7 years. Probably the first 4 years, I didn't take it very seriously. And more in the sense of, I wasn't treating it as much as a job. It was very much, on an evening if people
work when you want to.
I mean, I still streamed quite a lot, but it would be, do you want to go out this evening? Yeah, bugger it.
It's not a priority.
No, exactly. And I was still gambling like mad, which didn't help. Like that doesn't help things when you're genuinely streaming on a night to think, right, okay, can I earn enough money this evening to go and have a punt after? And don't get me wrong, I love that life. Like, it was terrible, but there, it was also, it was exciting, and there were some good times, and I wouldn't ever change anything of it, because else it wouldn't get to this point. So there were some horrific times.
Part of your journey.
There were some horrific times, but there were some bloody great times too. And I tell you what, from Twitch, I've met some fucking good people. I have someone that works for me now. He does some admin stuff for me, and he helps me out with like day to day and coming up with ideas and things like that. And we're like nearly best. We're basically like best mates sort of thing. We've become friends through Twitch. Like, shout out to Lucas, and the stream know him, and we've been friends Lord know how many years now. And
is he the one that you went and visited quite recently?
Well, so that was my friend Harry. I went to his wedding. He's one of my Twitch moderators, so we become friends through Twitch.
Oh wow.
We become friends through Twitch, and then my two other friends were there who'd become friends with him through Twitch and went to his wedding. Like, my friends Macangelo and Adam were there. We then become. Mate, that's crazy.
It is mental.
It's absolutely insane. We've known each other. We've been to away days and stuff together. I've been to Chelsea. It's mental. And to think, but that's just a tiny sample. There's so many people, because people do come and go. It does happen. You get people that come for a while and then they go on. And they've got lives. They do have a part of their life. Like my friend Rich, he's been with me the whole time throughout the period. He lives in Scotland. He's friends through Argyle, and we've been to away games, and he's come down to stay and things like that, and we're so close mates. It's that sort of, you know what I mean? It's that sort of community. And I feel bad if I miss people out, but as I said, there's so many. There's so many. I've had people coming from my friends, Phil and Johnny. I just got to shout them out. They come from Northern Ireland over, and it's nuts. And all because of the website. But did you go to? I can't remember where you went, the capture event in Berlin. Did you go to that for FIFA?
Amsterdam, not Berlin.
No, see, yeah, the Berlin was the year before.
Yeah.
Because that was the year where it all got. That's the year where it all like turned around.
Yeah.
Because to that point, I was still streaming a lot, but I wasn't earning a lot really. I was earning enough to like somehow I was surviving. I don't know how. I mean, I was borrowing steam of everyone, and it's not good. I've talked about obviously the gambling stuff on a lot of other.
We don't have to touch up on it.
No, I don't even mind. Just for people that context, if they haven't seen it before, it's just I've said it a lot on other things, so I didn't want to. Bore people with it. People know about it. I had major gambling issues, and it's not good when you go into an away day and the one thing you're excited for most is going to the bookies. It's not, having to every game. It got to a point where like my friends would not even give me the money to lend me for the ticket. They'd have to buy me the ticket because they know it would get spent, and that's not a good way to live your life. As I say, it is exciting. There is a level of excitement to it, but it's a horrific way to be.
Yeah.
So I got invited to the capture event, and this was the first time I flew, and I thought, right, I just thought I've got to do it. Oh, you
did?
I did fly. I thought I've got to do it. And luckily I was sat next to AJ3.
Yeah.
I sat next to Andy, and he helped me right through it because I was shitting it.
Yeah.
Spoke to Lasty, Kyle, and was Jamie in the airport. We were yapping, and I was shaking.
AJ's a good guy to sit next to on the flight.
He's very
calming down.
Yeah, we were taxiing. I was like, "Are we going? Are we going?" He's like, "No, not yet, not yet." Yeah, it is. Like, yeah. We going? Are we going? Not yet, not yet.
Andy, we can't let.
Are we going? Not yet. To be fair, I quite didn't mind the takeoff. And then like the wings going, I'm like, Andy. He's like, it's fine. Like I'm just there like the whole time, like holding on to the seat.
Yeah, slightly scouse.
But he helped me through that. Honestly, he got me through that flight. Like he was just chatting to me the whole time. But that was the first time we'd met.
What year was that? 2017.
18. 18. It was for FIFA 19. I believe.
Yes, 18.
But I hadn't met Andy in person because I was still at this point like I hadn't met that many people in person. So I was like, oh my god, it's AJ3 type thing, and. Yeah, I went to that capture event. That was unreal. And it was so good for networking. To like speak to people. Because Buck Army was there. Buck Army is a really good friend of mine. And we had it was this, I won't forget the conversation we had. Because he used to stream after me. He's American. He'd stream sort of we'd kind of cross over times. We get about the same sort of viewership and stuff. And he told me what he was earning a month. And it's probably close to 10 times what I was earning a month. And I was like, fuck me. Okay. I was like, right, Jack, this is the eye opener kind of. You need to.
You don't really realise until you speak to actual colleagues.
Yeah. I was like, right, you got to sort it out. Like this is, if you're going to take it seriously, you need to knuckle down. And networking with people because Andy then got me on Squad Builder Showdown, and that helped kickstart, which I'll forever be grateful for because that helped kickstart the YouTube. So I always say to people with YouTube, because people they go, oh, my videos get views. I say to people, I uploaded for probably 2 years straight of videos that would get 100, 200 views. A video hit 500 views, I was really happy. And it just took one opportunity that helped. I think what did help is I think I packed a really good player after we did that Squad Builder Showdown, and that continual video was really helpful to boost it. And
every overnight success is about 5-10 years in the making, right? Basically.
It is a grind, and people do forget that. They'll go mad and you're so lucky. And don't get me wrong, I am very, very, very fucking lucky to be able to do what I do for a living, like extremely lucky. But once again, I have been there. I've done it for 8 years. I've been in the shit. I've done silly hours in other jobs. I've been there. I've done it. And I say to people, why don't you? They're like, oh, you do. All you do is this. Blah blah. I tweet out like, on Monday shit. So I was like, imagine opening packs for a living and moaning about Monday. I was like, sorry, I can't. It's like I'm just human like you. It's like I'm just human like you, mate. And people don't see that. Like people don't see the hours that go in. Like I try and explain to people. Last month, I think I did like 160 hours of just live hours plus everything else. Probably doing over 200 hours a month of
content,
genuine, straight up doing content, which is a lot of hours.
50 a week.
Which is it's a lot of hours, and you haven't got someone breathing down your neck. Of course, I totally get that. As I said, I understand how lucky we are.
You got your self pressure though.
Of course, and I'm the worst for that because like right now it's difficult because the YouTube channel isn't doing as well as it was like a few months ago, and you think
viewership of the game. Though,
but you think, is it a me problem?
Yeah, of course.
It's the FIFA cycle, isn't it?
You think, because I try to upload content that I know people like. My channel's pretty simple in the fact that it's whatever they bring out the day before is the content that I bring out. But the problem is, I think during Team of the Season, which may not be attributed to myself, is that really it's been so copy paste that people kind of know what's coming, and that doesn't pick up as much. It seems like getting embedded in the algorithm is really important, because there are creators that have done so well with that.
Yeah.
And they put out, and then once they get into that, they put out really like, they put out cool videos, and it's the different people seem to like the squad building stuff. I mean, shout out to my friend Chufters. He streams on Twitch. I saw last night he got the first time into trending. I was looking, his videos are banging. Like videos are banging. It's the same. There's a lot of people like that are, and obviously Danny is just, they're absolutely, I mean, but so good. Danny's such a nice guy. Such a nice guy. I said to Danny, it must have been a while ago when he was streaming on Twitch. Like, he's got a tweet. He has actually got a tweet saved. I sent it. He got it printed on a t-shirt. I sent it to him and I was pissed. But he tweeted something, and someone had a go at him, and he quoted to it. And I was like, Danny, do what you fucking want, mate. I said, you're a funny man. Like, you're just a naturally nice, funny guy. Like, with obviously his family and that being involved is brilliant. Yeah. I'm sorry to tangent, by the way.
No, this is like, podcast.
Sorry to tangent, but I was thinking back to that Germany event, because Chew Boy and stuff was there. Everyone was there, and it was like Castro and Bates. And it was the first time, and I was in awe. I mean, for me, these are people that I'd watched for years and look up to, and it's the first time I met. So that's huge. It's hugely key, though. I thought you have to present yourself kind of in an opinion, in a state where this is the first impression. So people are going to, because there were a few people where they kind of went on, they were like the workstations. I didn't want to force myself on it. And I ended up being with Clutch, who does the stuff for Twitch, legend. Jumbo Ash, he streams on Twitch, good friend of mine, like Flair FIFA, Fuck with Jamie. We're kind of like all in the same area, so we just kind of got the videos done. We had a great laugh, and when I come back, I had the footage and a few YouTube videos. I had like YouTube videos getting like 5,000-6,000 views. And that was a lot for me then, and I was like, right, that was really good. And my Twitch straight away went up to like, I think it was almost like a 500 viewer average, which is monster. And I thought, you know what I need to do? I need to start investing. So that I did. I started investing a lot more in FIFA points in the game. I took a PayPal business loan. Like a working capital PayPal loan, and actually invested. I thought, right, which to be fair to it was really good, because what they did was every time you got a payment, they just charge you like a fee. So I think it was like $4,000, I think is what I took, because my credit was terrible, and they said I took like £4,000, and it was like a £400 fee basically, but they took that every transaction you got into your PayPal, they just took 10% of. So it was great, really. So every time I got paid by Twitch or something, they just, someone would get a donation, they just take a cut. So it was great, really, because you didn't have to worry about payments. I knew they were always going to get it. So I took a few of them over time, and I kept growing it and sort of risking putting more in, but it did work. And then that was 2020. Yes, it was in FIFA 19, 2020. That's when I quit gambling. I've said it on a few other pods. Like, my best mate said to me, she was fuming because we went to Sunderland away, and I promised everyone I wouldn't gamble. I did. I lost like $3,000. I mean, the money's irrelevant, but it was like $3,000 that I'd lost, and that was all the money I had in the world. Like, some of that was that I'd taken for the stream to invest in. So it's very dangerous, and it's a horrible feeling. I was stood there in this Halifax, and there was like someone in front of me taking ages. I'm there like tapping my foot, like think absolute stupidity. But I lied to them, said I didn't. They found out I did, and like I've never seen them so angry. She was so like, I thought, right, I can't do this anymore. Like I need to.
It's ruining relationships.
And at that point, I was like, you are literally fucking your life. You can't. So that year was the snap point. I mean, I still like to play cards, and I get involved in like football breaks and stuff. But in terms of, there's no football betting, there's no horse betting, there's no sports betting. There's no online slots. And I still watch loads of it on Twitch. I love it. I still love it. It'll always be there. I'm a DJ at heart. I will always. That'll never go away. And I still once again in like football cards and stuff. But it's all in moderation. I know I can.
Very self-aware now.
And I'm like, but I can, it can go for, it can be used as content, and then you can still sell things on, and you can trade. So it's smart. It's a smarter way to give yourself that excitement without having to be as stupid. So yeah, that was kind of like, that was almost the turnaround of the journey. And it was FIFA 19 team of the season, I think, or it might have been FIFA 20 team of the season actually. So it took about a year. The viewers slowly started like growing. There was one really weird night where I tweeted out that I was like streaming, and then wrote a short, or Harry tweeted a pic. It was just a picture. He tweeted of him abroad. I think he was in Dubai or something. But on his laptop, he had my stream up. It was really weird. And then a lot of new viewers come in. So I've got a weird memory. I remember a lot of things. It was League Team of the Season night, and I had these player picks. They were so expensive, and I'd spent everything. I spent like all day making sure I had loads. I think I had like 15,000 viewers. It was like the most viewers I'd ever had. It was
Jesus.
And that stream was mental. And then the rest of the team of season was really good. You kind of get the summer lull, and then since then it's just sort of slowly grown. Really, it's kind of dropped. The thing is, it peaked during lockdown.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
And now it did dip quite a lot, but it has kind of almost like plateaued again, kind of in a consistency kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I have to look. I try and look at it like, what can I do to change it? I mean, I think the game this year is a bit. I think the way they've done it is not as good. I think it's a bit.
I mean, I stopped uploading 2 months ago on FIFA. This is the first FIFA I've done. I started upload pretty like daily for like 3 years on FIFA, and this is the only team of the season the last 3 years that I don't think I've seen a team of the season.
It's really. I think it's so disappointing. That the thing for me is, I tried to explain, is that the menu content. Like I love the streaming, and I want to be. I went for it, and you do go through periods, especially when, because I don't have any like agent or anything. I do my stuff on my own, but like I live on my own. I live on my own, and sometimes you don't see people for like it is a lonely world. People forget that as well. Like it is a lonely world. I don't see people sometimes for 4 or 5 days, and nowadays I'm trying to make sure that on a Saturday night I go out, try and have a good time, because when the football's not on, I think it's really important to help refresh.
You have a little break.
So. Like I find it really demoralizing when, not that I don't want to stream, but I'm thinking, God, like I feel like when streaming is a case of, right, I got to stream.
Sure.
That's when I never want to be like that, because I need to try and, because right now it's really weird. I'm going through that phase where I'm really motivated and I'm really enjoying.
But there's nowhere to channel it.
It's like I'm really enjoying streaming. Like I've kind of got that streaming addiction where I'm saying to myself, right, you've got to finish at 3 a.m. because you've got stuff to do, and it's still 5 and I'm still live. And you have to try and when you're live at those hours, you're not sort of doing it to make the money. You're just doing it because you're enjoying it. It's a job. I try and explain to people, streamers are doing a job. It's the same as YouTubers. It's a job.
Is this FIFA?
Yeah, I'm still playing FIFA at this time. In the summer, you can play other games. But I like that as well. It's weird because obviously FIFA is such my main thing that when you play other games, the audience is going to drop off. But I get it. I actually totally understand it. It really annoys me when people go, "Oh, I can't stand people that just watch the stream for one game."
Isn't it? They'll go, they're worthy of.
I can't stand that they watch stream for one game. I'm like, actually, no. You know what? I watch certain streamers because they play certain games.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of F1 YouTubers. Would I watch them play another game? Probably not, because I watch them because I love the content they put out on that game, and that's I totally respect that. And I always say to people, if you don't want to watch the stream, no problem. If you don't like but don't bring the negativity in. Don't bring that negativity in of, why are you not doing this? Please do that, or I want you to do this. You tend to find that's the only thing with Twitch nowadays, is people do seem like they're quite entitled.
Yeah.
I just feel like you just got to say, just chill, just enjoy what's going on. Like if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. No one's forcing you to be here. I just, I don't mind whether people want to watch or not. I'm just trying to put on the best. I'm just trying to make it the best community and vibes I can for the people that are watching. But I love it. I do love it. I have to look at it now. I'm 30 and I know I don't look 30, but it still changes things. People say, "Oh, you're not the same as you." I was like, no, but I'm not. I'm not. When I was 24, 25, throwing stuff around I had a meltdown the other night. I still break stuff in rage. Like it happens all natural. And people and then you get the other stage that, "Oh, you're 30, you shouldn't be having a meltdown." It's like, well, actually, so I had a stream the other night. I was losing my fucking head. And when you got people in the chat like, "You're a cunt, you're a prick, you're this, you're that," and nothing's going your way, when all of those factors combined, and it's roasting, and when all those factors combined, you do snap. And I did snap the other night. I hate it because I come off stream and I think, what are you doing? Like you are a grown man. Like, why are you doing that? But sometimes you can't control the emotion. And I try and say to people that they're the worst type of people. I'd rather be called like a fat whatever or be abused by someone than have someone try and be a smarmy, oh, you're always so this, and this, or you're always so, and I think like, or, oh, imagine getting annoyed about that. And I think, right, so if you're sat there playing that game and that happens to you, what do? Just smile and laugh off. It's like, you think people would resonate with it, that I said I'm not professional enough to just sit there, smile and laugh it off. That's
why
it makes you.
That is just me on it. That's all it is. Like I'm just trying to.
Agreed.
As I said, I'm just trying to entertain people. That's what I'm there to do.